Good afternoon by 2 minutes, and welcome back to Field 1 for Game 2 of our triple header. Game 2s of the series here at Paul Masola Park in Bradenton, Florida. Gray Robertson along with producer Gracie up here in the booth, and it's time for the Siesta Key Phinz and the South Bradenton Skeeters rematching yet again here on Field 1 after just a wackadoodle game yesterday. I mean, off the daggum rails. The Phinz won it 20-15 after trailing 10-0. No, I'm not kidding. 2 grand slams, including one by Jesse Taylor to really sew it up. And now we'll see what happens in Game 2. Historically, softball, game-wise, this is going to be an opposite game. I mean, it'll probably be close, but you probably won't see that many runs. So we'll find out what happens. Skeeters 2-10, Phinz 4-9 on the summer. Here's the starting lineup for the South Bradenton Skeeters. Adelaide Hawk, the left fielder, will lead off. Ava Castillo is the center fielder batting second. Tegan Riley is the today in the 3 spot. Alexa Muller, the shortstop, bats 4th. Annalisa Weinbarger, the catcher's in the 5-hole. Miranda Gill is pitching, batting 6th. Avery Barton, the second baseman, hits 7th. Lindsay Chadwick is at 3rd, batting 8th. Brooke Steinhorst, the first baseman, hits 9th. Kate Westmiller, the right fielder, will bat 10th. And they will face in the circle Grace Harris, who got the win yesterday. And the first pitch to Adelaide Hawk is hit to left and caught by Braden for the first out. Harris on the summer, a 6.58 ERA, a 2-2 record, 27 2/3 innings, 45 hits, 26 runs, all earned, 11 walks and 9 strikeouts. Now bring up Ava Castillo. Harris will take it for out number 2. Well, this is going swimmingly. Now Tegan Riley. Yeah, I know, knock on wood, etc. Tegan Riley out of Lynn. Yesterday was 1 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. Scored twice. This summer, Tegan is batting 192, 5 of 26 with 5 RBIs, 2 homers, and 6 runs scored. 382 on base percentage. And she skies that out towards center field. Tegan Riley with a solo homer. 3rd bomb in the FGCL for Tegan Riley, and the Skeeters jump out early. Boy, this hip hip hooray thing is just going to exist in this series, isn't it? Ooh, I hear myself. I don't know where it's coming from. Hello, whoever's playing the stream. Alexa Muller, the shortstop, will come in with the bases clear and 2 gone. Harvard Crimson. Strike 1. Alexa yesterday was 2 for 4 with an RBI, a double, and 2 runs. Hitting .296, 8 of 27 with 5 RBIs, a double, and 5 runs. 387 on base percentage. And now time is called. Sanchez was handing something off. So I'll take a quick moment to give you the Phinz defense. For now, they will change every half inning. Out and left is Braden. Vukadinovich is in the center. Morgan's in right. Jesse Taylor's at 3rd. Palante at short. Sanchez at 2nd. Currently Franzen at 1st. And Ford behind the plate. And a strikeout for Harris to end the inning. So 1 run does come in on the solo homer by Tegan Riley, and now we go to the bottom of the 1st. The Phinz offense stepping up when we come back. Here is the starting lineup for the 4-9 Siesta Key Phinz. Alexis Morgan, the right fielder, will lead off. Amari Braden, the left fielder, hits second. Paige Vukadinovich is out in center in her usual 3 spot. Jesse Taylor in the 4-hole today. She's playing third. Mariah Sanchez is at second, batting fifth. Lily Palante, the shortstop, is in the 6th spot with Madison Ford, the catcher, batting 7th. Faith Whitted, the DP, in the 8-hole, and Tanis Jackin is batting 9th. They're facing Miranda Gill out of Weber in the circle, and she starts with strike 1. On Alexis Morgan, who's going to East Carolina after transferring over from UCF. Gill from Weber this summer with a 14-13 ERA, 0-4 record, 18 and a third innings, 50 hits, 43 runs, 37 earned, 7 walks, and 2 Ks. And that's off of the glove of Gill. No play for Muller, and that's a leadoff single for the Phinz here in the bottom of the 1st. Defense for the Skeeters. Outfield left to right of Hawk, Castillo, and Westmiller. Chadwick at third, Muller at short, Barton at second, Steinhorst at first, Weinbarger behind the plate. As the Pittsburgh Panther Amari Braden steps in. Ball 1. Game 1, Braden was 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, a home run, 2 walks, 2 runs. This summer now hitting .333, 12 of 36 with 7 ribbies, 2 homers, 2 doubles, 15 runs. Now 1-1. A 500 on base percentage. Braden has walked 11 times to lead the Phinz. That's bunted foul. As always, we want you to join the show. So producer Gracie is just very, very pumped to see who's tuning in. And she wants you to tweet me at Gray, GRAY_Robertson. Let us know where you're watching, how you're hanging out on this, what day is it, Wednesday? Days of the week, a myth when you're in the Summer League. It's either game day or it's not, as Braden fouls that off. Today it's game day. Tomorrow it's game day. Friday and Saturday it's not. Because America. That's why. It's outside, 2-2. That was high. Runner goes. Great throw, and she's out. Well, I was not sure there was a tag there. I'm going to be honest. And they're going to take a review. We will take a look up here. So we took a look at it, and we just didn't have indisputable evidence based on the angle watching it live, I thought there was a chance there wasn't a tag there, but here's the thing. That's not how these reviews are held. We had to have proof, and there's no proof in the look that we had that the tag was not applied. So, Morgan is caught stealing. Not lost on me. The great throw by Weinbarger to even get in that position. And now a 3-2 to Braden, who flies it towards left. And the catch is made for the second out. So up comes Paige Vukadinovich, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket. Yesterday was 0 for 4 with an RBI and 3 runs scored. It was that type of game. She'll take ball 1. Paige hitting .390 now, 16 of 41 with 13 RBIs, 5 doubles, and 15 runs. .432 on base percentage for Vukadinovich. That's going to fall foul. 1-1. One and two. Well, Gill, we've seen her a good bit this summer. She's going to stay away, especially to lefty. She's going to work the outer half for the most part, trying to clip the outer edge of the zone. So you either got to hold off or wait for the mistake that leaks over. This one is caught on the slide. What a job by Hawk tracking it down and ending the inning. After 1-0 Skeeters. Five, 6, 7 for the Skeeters. Ball 1 to Annalisa Weinbarger. It's Weinbarger, Gill, and Barton here in the second. Annalisa out of Winthrop. Had a home run yesterday. Might take a minute to calculate the yesterday lines because, man, so many things happen. Weinbarger in game 1 was 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. Her average is now at .406, 13 of 32 with 10 ribbies and 4 homers. That's golfed out towards left. Catch made, 1 down. Jesse Taylor is now at first base. Sanchez is at short. Looks like that's Sam Albert at third, Palante at second. I think it's still Ford behind the plate as Miranda Gill takes strike one. Starting pitcher today, 1 for 6 this summer with 3 walks. OBP at 500. That is foul. 0-2. Looks like Amari Braden has moved into center field for the Phinz on defense. Whitted in right, Jacket in left. Another foul ball. As per usual, we will update you on Field 2. It's Game 2 Slice Impact over there. Impact walked it off in extras yesterday. And they got another tight one, all tied up at 1. Bottom of the first with Tom over there. On the ground towards third. Albert stays down. Throw a little wide, but in plenty of time. Got a tweet in from Holly Castillo, watching from Tampa today. See y'all at the fields tomorrow. Go Skeeters. Thanks for tuning and tweeting, Holly. Now the Mercer Bear, Avery Barton. Did she go? She did not. 1-0. Barton yesterday was 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs, a homer, and 2 runs. Now batting .333, 10 of 30 with 5 RBIs, 2 home runs, a double, and 7 runs scored. .474 on base percentage. Barton got it and sent it to left, and it was misplayed. She'll stand on second. 2-out base runner for the Skeeters. That'll be a single and then an E7 to put Barton on second base. And bring up Lindsay Chadwick, the Jacksonville Dolphin. 0 for 3 with a walk yesterday. She swings and misses at the first pitch. Lindsay 6 of 28 with 3 RBIs this summer, .214 average. 4 runs scored. Quickly 0-2. Good comeback by Harris. Good hold, 2-2. Nice snare by Albert. That saved a run. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the second. Skeeters strand a runner in scoring position. Well, there is the multicam look around field one as we go to the bottom of the first, or I should say the bottom of the second, because the Phinz are trying to claw back in this one. 1-0 Skeeters. They've got 4, 5, 6 due up. Taylor, Sanchez, and Palante. This part of the order did some work for the Phinz yesterday. Beginning with Mercer's Jesse Taylor. And she takes the first pitch to deep center. This game is tied. Jesse Taylor, straight away, her second homer in this series and this summer, and we're tied at 1. And she got exactly what she wanted. Now, Jesse Taylor in her last 2 at-bats is 2 for 2 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. That is good, my analysis. And up comes Mariah Sanchez. Another Baylor Bear. Sanchez yesterday was 3 for 5 with an RBI and 2 runs. Hitting .387, 12 of 31, 9 runs driven in, a triple, 2 doubles, 13 runs scored. See how Gill bounces back. First pitch ball. And you got to wonder when the Skeeters are going to pull the Grace Rourke card as well. She has yet to appear in this series. She's their leading pitcher. Top ERA on the team. She's for sure, I would think, going to throw today, barring something that I haven't been informed about. So the question is when. One and two. Sanchez gets it out to center. Just a little looper. And it's a single after the home run. To bring up another Grand Slam hitter, Lily Palante. Game 1, she was 3 for 5 with 5 RBIs, a home run, a triple, 2 runs scored. She was a double short of the cycle. We've had a lot of insert type of hit short of the cycle moments here on Field 1 this summer. Never had a cycle in the FGCL, unless there was one last year, and somebody on Twitter will remind me about it. Palante, an incoming freshman, going to Virginia Tech. 9 of 32, 281 average, 9 RBIs, a homer, a triple, 3 runs scored, 395 on base percentage for the youngster. It was a hit and run out to right field. Catch is made. As Wes Miller tracked it down, 1 away. And up comes Madison Ford out of Campbell. Did not appear yesterday. I don't think she was here, but she's back today. Ford 9 of 30, 300 on the money, 11 RBIs, a homer, 3 doubles, and 6 runs. She's got a .410 on base percentage, thanks to 7 walks. Throw down to first. Won't get Sanchez off the bag. 2-0. We're going to make sure she's all right. She got a lot of dirt and sand kicked up when she slid back. Maybe we need some contact solution. Just a towel. Oh my. That was quite a sneeze coming from the Phinz dugout. That was loud. So 3-1 on Ford. There's a strike, full count. Payoff. Ford over to third and off the glove of Chadwick. An error puts 2 on, 1 out for Faith Whitted. Palante is going to come in and run for Ford. And here's Faith Whitted out of Walter State Community College. Yesterday was 0 for 2 with an RBI. She striped one to third base, but it was caught by Tegan Riley. 1 for 23 with 3 RBIs. That one hit was a double. She's driven in 4. .273 on base percentage for Whitted. Out towards center. Catch made. 2 down. So now the Boston College Eagle, Tanis Jackin. Tanis yesterday was 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs. That upped her numbers to a .500 batting average. Those are her first ribbies of the year. Runners going, and that'll just be a straight double steal. Skeeters were not ready for anything there. 0-1. Phinz have tied this game with a solo homer from Jesse Taylor, looking to grab the lead with 2 in scoring position. I'll say she went 1 and 2. And a swing and a miss. Miranda Gill gets the strikeout, and 2 are left stranded by the Phinz. But they have tied this game. Jesse Taylor's homer means we're all square at 1 after 2. In the third inning, the Skeeters will bring up 9-10-1. Steinhorst, Westmiller, and Hawk against Grace Harris in the circle. Sam Albert has moved to first base. Taylor's at third. Palante back at short. Looks like Franzen at second base. Jackin, Vukadinovich, and Morgan outfield. Brooke Steinhorst in the portal looking for a new home out of Madison. Hitting 300, 3 of 10 with an RBI. Now 3-1. Morgan Kostler over in the third base coaching box for the Skeeters. Running point for the South Bradenton squad. Steinhorst out to left. Brooke Steinhorst has left the building. Her first home run of the summer. The Skeeters jump back in front. And Steinhorst went and got that pitch. And I was worried for a moment it might curve foul, but it stayed fair. Now in steps the 10-hitter, Kate Westmiller out of Longwood. Strike one. Yesterday, Westmiller was 1 for 5 with a run scored. 4 of 34, 118 average with 3 runs. Back to the circle, handled by Harris. And there's the first out of the inning. Now back to the top of the order with Adelaide Hawk. Oklahoma City native from New Mexico, freshman last year for the Lobos. Hitting 270 this summer, entering today. Flew out earlier, and now down 0-1. Skeeters at 2-10 in the FGCL, sitting in 11th place. Trailing the Circus by a game and a half for 10th. Phinz at 4-9. A win would tie them with the Sea Cows. Not quite sure. I know the Skeeters are more or less officially out of the running to get a top 4 seed in the playoffs. Phinz, I don't love the math. They're 4 down right now from the impact. There are obviously, I think, 5 games left, so it's not impossible, but unlikely. It's on the ground to short. Kind of got up Palante a bit, but she makes it look a little easier than it was for the second out. And up comes Ava Castillo, who popped out in the first. Castillo out to right. Morgan on the run, and she'll make the grab. Good job by Alexis Morgan tracking that down. But Brooke Steinhorst has given the Skeeters the lead back. A solo homer, her first this summer, and it's 2-1. Phinz, back to you. They'll have the top of the order. Due up. Bottom of the third, top of the order. 2-1 Skeeters, Morgan, Braden, and Vukadinovich set to face Miranda Gill. Morgan singled her first time up and was caught stealing. Alexis Morgan from Centerville, Virginia. Sophomore last year for UCF. Win the portal, going to ECU. And the flip is going to be way off to the right. Good effort by Barton. Let a base runner on. And that'll be an E4. Mari Braden takes ball one. Braden flew out to left earlier. It's the second error of the day by the Skeeters defense. That was a bit of an issue yesterday for both sides. Popped over to Muller. Yesterday we had 6 total errors in the game. And 35 runs. It was 20-15 Phinz. Vukadinovich off the end of the bat, 0-1. Nice bunt. Chadwick, no throw. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for Vukadinovich. 2 on, 1 out after a great bunt single. And I think we're going to see Grace Rourke. This is when Morgan Kostler is going to make the move. 2 on, 1 out. Gill will leave, and here comes the Skeeters ace. We'll tell you about her when we come back. The Mercer Bear, Grace Rourke, will come in with 2 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Rourke with a 2.08 ERA on the summer and does not have a result. No official result on her ledger here this summer. 33 2/3 innings, 33 hits, 16 runs, 10 earned, 10 walks, 21 strikeouts. Can keep it low in the zone with her drop. Can mix speeds well. Coming on for Miranda Gill, who went 2 1/3, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, no walks, and a strikeout. But one of the reasons why I think the change is happening now, Jesse Taylor. Mercer versus Mercer here. Taylor had a solo homer off of Gill in the second. She's left the yard her last 2 times up in this series. Out towards right field, and it is a fair ball and not caught. Morgan rounds third. She'll come in to score. This game is tied again. And that's an RBI double for Jesse Taylor. It was a long run for Westmiller. She almost got there, but couldn't quite. Now we're all tied up at 2 for Mariah Sanchez, who singled in the second. And that's through. Phinz in the lead. Vukadinovich scores. The throw home is going to hose Taylor. for the second out. Beautiful throw by Wes Miller. 3-2 Phinz. RBI single for Sanchez, who now stands on second. Now strike one against Lily Palante, who flew out earlier. That closes the line for Gill. 2 1/3, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, no walks, and a strikeout. Quickly 0-2. Palante from Charlottesville, Virginia. Incoming freshman. We've heard from Tom Palante on Twitter before. I don't know how she got a piece of that. It was way outside, 0-2. I've told some stories about Seaville. Great place to visit. Over on the other field, bottom 3, it's 4-3, slice over the impact. Called strike 3. Rourke paints it to end the inning, but the Phinz grab a pair of runs to go in front. 3-2 after 3. Skeeters will look to answer on the other side. Top of the 4th. Tegan Riley, Alexa Muller, Annalisa Weinbarger. And a first pitch ball from Grace Harris. 3-2 Phinz over the Skeeters. Tegan Riley has a home run today. Left the building with a solo shot in the first. Pair of solo home runs for the Skeeters to get those 2 today. Riley shoots it to right. Bit of a run for Whitted. Catch made. One out for Alexa Muller. Strikeout victim in the first. Called strike. 0-1. Oh and 2. Oh, that's a very good 0-2 pitch. It was in the river. It's a ball. But I like the spot. 1 and 2. As I mentioned, Muller from Harvard. Owner of a new puppy. Hello to Ivy. If she somehow figured out how to work a laptop. This is catchable. Sanchez is there for the second out. Now you got to deal with Annalisa Weinbarger. Redshirt junior last year for Winthrop out of Yulee, Florida. Flew out to left in the second. Entered the day. Tied for the team lead in RBIs. And that's out to left. Braden's there. Very quick and efficient. Top of the fourth for Harris. Phinz will look to add as we go to the home half. Bottom four, bottom of the order. Ford, Whitted, and Jackin against Grace Rourke. Mickey Dean. Let's go to camera 2 over there in the third base coaching box. Hall of Famer, former head coach at JMU and Auburn. We've had some fun conversations over the years. Back when on the On the Box podcast, we interviewed Coach Dean and all the SEC coaches, part of Softball Media Days. Maddie Ford reached on an error in the second. She will reach on a base hit. Quick throw in. She had to run it out. But a good start to the inning for the Phinz. As always with Media Days, we talk to all the SEC head coaches, and then for an even number, we bring on a mystery in the past 14th team, now 16th team with Texas and OU in the league. Who knows who that will be this year? Got some thoughts. Maybe Charlotte Morgan at Fresno. Who's to say? First pitch outside to Faith Whitted, who flew out to center. It was a hit and run, fouled. 1-1. Going to the top of the fourth on field 2, 4-4, impact and slice. That is a very, very important matchup. Impact a half game ahead of a slice in the standings. Another hard foul. All 3 hits on Rourke have been on the first pitch of the at-bat. And she has been, in the Skeeters games I've called, a lot sharper in relief. Trying to get witted here, but 2-2 is foul. We didn't make him Rourke work. Full count. Whitted out to right. Wes Miller is going to find it. And now Whitted will come in and run for Ford. And Tanis Jackin will step in. Jackin struck out in the second. First pitch foul. Oh, and 2. And a 3-pitch K. That's nasty work by Rourke. Just basically undercut her. And Michaela Franzen will hit in the leadoff spot. Franzen out of Wallace State. It's been reliable. 304 average, 7 for 23 with 4 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 4 runs. 467 on base percentage. Yesterday was 0 for 1 with a walk and a run. And she's going to be 1 for 1 today. Wes Miller, though, comes up throwing, and she's out at first. Well, don't count your chickens. A good piece of hitting, but what hustle by Wes Miller to throw her out. And that is, wow, the classic 9-3 ground out to send us to the 5th. Phinz up 3-2. Gray Robertson, producer Gracie, up here in our Field 1 tower. Phinz up by a run. Skeeters have 6, 7, 8. Grace Rourke, Avery Barton, Lindsay Chadwick against Grace Harris, who's gone 4 innings, given up 3 hits, 2 runs. She has walked nobody and struck out 1. First pitch fouled away by Grace Rourke, who's getting the AB in the 6th spot. Rourke 1 for 7 this summer. has reached on an error once as well. I remember because she came and asked me to score it a hit. I couldn't. Ooh, I'll say she went 0-2. It was like a clear error, but it's all right. Grace is fun. I enjoy our banter. When she was playing for Team Florida last week, I watched her warm up and got to kind of see her process, talk with her. She was getting ready to pitch. She comes up empty there. Second strikeout for Harris, 1 down. Now Avery Barton, who singled in the second. That's the only non-home run hit of the day for the Skeeters. And that threatened a car, but it was foul. 0-1. Avery, one of the many Mercer Bears in this ball game. Native of Monticello, Georgia. Favorite dessert is chocolate cake, which, agreed. You know, back in the day, I used to rank chocolate cakes around the country. Not kidding. I would try different molten chocolate lava cakes. Some of my favorites were Malone's in Lexington, Kentucky. Mr. B's down in New Orleans has a great one. Eddie V's in Houston. Excellent molten chocolate lava cake. Been impressed by the way Grace Harris has really pounded the zone, gotten ahead. Again, that was not something either staff was doing yesterday, and that's why there were so many walks and free passes and long ABs. But today the pitchers have been much more aggressive. Another foul ball. It's a good take. Definitely a ball. Full count. She chased inside. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Harris. And Barton knew it. And up comes Lindsay Chadwick, who grounded out in the second. Grace Harris, a freshman last year for Hillsdale out of South Vienna, Ohio. Plays for FGCL Hall of Famer Kyle Gross. Only threw 47 2/3 innings last year. He's come in this summer and kind of anchored down the Phinz pitching staff. And today, and I haven't seen her a ton, but today is probably the best I've Seeing her pitch, she's mixing well, she's locating well, and again, she's getting ahead. Chadwick in the air to right. Morgan is there. Side retired. That's 9 straight outs collected by Harris, and we go to the bottom of the 5th with the Phinz up by a run. Two, three, four for the Phinz. Braden Vukadinovich and Taylor against Grace Rourke. Braden takes ball 1. Amari Braden, the Pittsburgh Panther, is 0 for 2 with a fly out and a pop out today. Still a very still day here in Bradenton. It's not like crazy hot. It's, you know, kind of regular hot. But I'm wearing a black colored shirt today and I'm fine. Right to short and Muller. 1 down. Sam Albert is going to hit for Vukadinovich. Breeze is starting to pick up a bit. So Albert fouls off the first pitch she sees. From St. John's River State College, Albert 2 for 7 this summer, 286 average, an RBI, 455 on base percentage. Yesterday was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Oh, the Skeeters have brought the sound effects for the latter innings. A 3-1 on Albert. Over to third base. Chadwick gloves it nicely. 2 up, 2 down. And here is Jessie Taylor. She has been the player of the game so far. 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Solo homer in the second. Game-tying RBI single in the third. Off of her Mercer teammate who just entered the game. Taylor, a good friend of producer Gracie. All state transfer out of Dallas, Georgia. And now, as I do quick math, in this series has 8 RBIs. 8 in the 2 games against the Skeeters. Ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Taylor. She continues her torrid pace against the Skeeters. And I don't know what happened there because I was writing in my scorebook. But I guess Jesse's fine. Okay, that was... all is well. Here's Mariah Sanchez. She's also 2 for 2 with an RBI. Also facing her Mercer teammate. Sanchez, a native of Orange Park, Florida. Mercer website informs us that Mariah, quote, usually refuses to share gushers. And missed away, 2-2. Coming up in a little bit, it'll be Pioneers and Squeeze, game 2 of that series. Squeeze won game 1, 29-0. So surely Pioneers will be able to have some sort of response. I would feel pretty confident saying it's not going to be another 29-0 game. Just like this game has been supremely different from yesterday. 3-2 your score. Payoff to Sanchez. Sky high. Barton is there. A Mercer Bear pitches out a Mercer hitter. And the catch is made by a Mercer Bear to send us to the 6th. 3-2. Skeeters need some production from the bottom of the order when we come back. Top 6. Grace Harris is cruising right along in this 3-2 ball game. Phinz with 3 runs on 7 hits. They've committed 1 error and left 5 on base. Skeeters with 2 runs on 3 hits. They've committed 2 errors and left 1 runner aboard. Now 9-10-1. Steinhorst, Westmiller, and Hawk. And ball 1 to Brooke Steinhorst, who has a solo homer. That led off the third inning. Since then, Grace Harris has not allowed a base runner. Steinhorst to left. This one will fall for a base hit. I don't know if Jackin had a bad read or what. I thought that was going to be in the air long enough to be caught. But it's a 2-for-2 day for Brooke Steinhorst. And the Skeeters can run for her. And Jenna Redders will do just that. Kate Westmiller grounded out in the third. See if she tries to get the runner over. Nope, it's a foul ball, 0-1. Jenna Redders from Green Bay running at first base. Tried to wait, fouled off. Westmiller shoots it through the middle. 2 on, nobody out. And back to the top of the order as 9 and 10 come through for the Skeeters. And really, the first bit of extended trouble for Harris. This is the first inning in which 2 people have been on base for the Skeeters. Adelaide Hawk. Jam job to left, and that's going to fall. Back-to-back-to-back singles have loaded the bases for the Skeeters here in the 6th. Just a jam job base hit, and Hawk is aboard. And now here we go. Ava Castillo 0 for 2 with a pop out and a fly out. Trying to tie this game or even more here in the 6th inning. Popped up. This is catchable in foul ground. 1 down. Castillo a little frustrated there. She's 0 for 3 on 3 first pitch outs. Now here's Tegan Riley. 1 for 2 with a home run. Strike 1. Solo shot in the first. Fly out to right in the 4th. That would work too. That would probably tie this game on a sac fly. Outer edge, 0-2. Two and 2. Tegan Riley from Lynn has been a key bat in this league the last few summers. Trying to come up big with the bases loaded. She will! Fair ball! This game is tied and the Skeeters are going to grab the lead. Looking for a 3rd run. Tegan Riley clears them. A 3 RBI double, and it's 5-3 Skeeters. And a pitching change upcoming for the Phinz. First real trouble for Harris. And now her day is done, although she can re-enter. Braden will come into pitch, and we'll tell you more after this. Alexa Muller steps in with a runner on second, 1 out. Skeeters now in front, 5-3, trying to force a rubber match tomorrow against the new pitcher, Pittsburgh's Amari Braden. Ball 1 to Alexa Muller. Braden with a 9.24 ERA, 2-3 record, 25 innings, 42 hits, 39 runs, 33 earned, 33 walks to 11 strikeouts. Muller to center field. Vukadinovich backs up and makes the grab. Boy, that was smacked. 2 down. Grace Harris, 5 1/3, 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned, no walks and 3 Ks. Responsible for Riley on second. Now in steps Annalisa Weinbarger, who's flown out to left twice. Weinbarger's going to find a gap. All the way to the fence. Riley will cruise on home. RBI single for Weinbarger to make it 6-3. And Muller is going to come in and run for Weinbarger. Annalisa just brought in RBI number 11. And now Grace Rourke. Strikeout earlier. She'll take ball 1. By the way, Tegan Riley now has 4 RBIs in this game. Her season total is up to 9. And Grace Rourke is in prime position for her first result of the year. Looking for win number 1. She's been the ace, but just because of weird game script stuff, 0-0. So that wild pitch got away. Foul. So that does close the door for Harris. Final line, 5 1/3, 7 hits, 6 runs, all earned, no walks and 3 strikeouts. Can re-enter. There's ball 4. Rourke reaches. 2 on, 2 out. Ball one to Avery Barton. 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Skeeters up by 3, looking for the kill shot here. A little bit more here in the 6th. Three now. Four-pitch walk. Base is loaded, 2 outs. Now I know, and I'm sure the Phinz have one more push in them, but that push gets a lot less daunting if you get through this inning. Just trailing by 3. There's strike 1 to Lindsey Chadwick. Chadwick go for 2, the ground out and a fly out. And still have 6 outs to play with. They'll have the middle of the order due up. Called strike 3. Braden buckled the knees, but the damage is most definitely done. A 4-run inning, and the Skeeters have a 3-run lead going to the bottom of the 6th. Well, a different ball game for Grace Rourke in the circle. Now pitching with the lead, 6-3 Skeeters. Phinz will go to 6-7-8, Palante, Ford, and Whitted. Scoreboard update, they're in the top of the 6th on field 2. Slice up 7-4 on the impact, trying to even that series. Skeeters trying to even things here. Earlier today, the Queens and the Aquanauts both set up chances to sweep with wins. But we might have some rubber matches in this time slot. As Lily Palante, who's 0 for 2, faces Rourke. Fly out and a strikeout looking. Yesterday had a grand slam. It was a double short of a cycle for the Phinz. Just trying to get some base runners here in the 6th. green light, swing and miss. Rourke has gone 2 2/3 in relief. She's given up 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and a pair of strikeouts. Payoff. Palante to right. And backing up is Wes Miller. There's the first out. Defensive changes for the Skeeters. New shortstop is Jenna Redders, and Avery Miller is in at first. Abby Sars will come in and hit for Maddie Ford. Strike one to the incoming freshman going to Virginia Tech. Sars, 2 for 21 this summer with an RBI, a double, and 3 runs. 296 on base percentage for Sars. Full count. Mickey Dean anxiously pacing over in the third base box. Erica Beach is here, head coach of the Nears. Ball 4. That's a good job by Sars, not chasing that one. 1 out walk. And Palante is going to come and run. Here comes Faith Whitted, who's 0 for 2, couple flyouts. Strike one. On the ground. And that is going to be runner interference. There was contact with the second baseman, Barton, who was coming up to field that. So Palante out. And Tanis Jacken cuts and misses the first pitch. She's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. One, two. That hit her. The 2-strike hit by pitch. Never fun. 2 on, 2 out. And here comes the tying run. Michaela Franzen, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out, an odd ground out, a 9-3 ground out in the 4th. Walter State Community College for Franzen. Her head coach, Brittany Purser, is on the other field leading the slice. Two and one. Sharply over to second, but Barton has been steady. Inning over. 2 left stranded. Now the Skeeters will look for a little bit more in the 7th. Well, it's on Amari Braden to make sure the Skeeters don't get any insurance. It's 9-10-1, but this time Avery Miller out of Longwood, one of the toughest outs in the league, will lead off the inning. Strike one from Braden. Avery Miller hitting .500, 11 for 22, 10 RBIs, 2 doubles, 3 runs. On-base percentage at a impressive .633. She does not chase. Very good plate discipline. Hitting for Steinhorst, who had a heck of a ball game, 2 for 2, with an RBI and 2 runs. Well, 1 run. The other was by her courtesy runner. Out to left field. Just blew it right by Sanchez. And Miller is aboard with the base hit. Kate Westmiller is 1 for 2 with a run scored. Over on field 2, it's now 10-4 slice over the impact. So it looks like the Slice are going to even that series up, barring a real collapse at the end. Missed the bunt. 2-1. High chopper. Sanchez will throw to second for the lead runner. Good decision. One out for the top of the order, and Adelaide Hawk. 1 for 3 with a run. Singled her last time up in that 6th inning. Over to third. Albert will throw to first base. Good job by Taylor to keep her foot on the bag. Two gone for Ava Castillo. Let's see if she decides to be a little bit more patient this time. She's 0 for 3 with 3 first pitch outs. Pop out, fly out, and a foul out. She does take the first pitch for ball 1. Oh, that's a gnarly changeup. Good gracious. 1-1. Boy, that wouldn't have gotten a ticket on Cortez. To second. Weird hop. Good throw. So a nice job by Braden. Skeeters do not get that all-important insurance run, but they're 3 outs away from tying this series at a game apiece. Well, the Phinz have the right people up. 2, 3, 4. Braden, Albert, and Taylor. Here in the bottom of the 7th, Grace Rourke looking to shut the door and get the Skeeters a 3rd win here in the FGCL and force a rubber match tomorrow. Braden's 0 for 3, so it certainly feels like she's due. And still the stat remains. Rourke has given up 3 hits. They were all on the first pitch. Everything else has either been an out or a walk. Make with that what you will, as Braden takes it 1-1. Over to second base. Barton's been steady. One gone. Up comes Jesse, or I beg your pardon, Sam Albert. Jesse Taylor's on deck. Albert's 0 for 1 with a ground out. 0-1. Off the glove of Chadwick. Redders on the ricochet. We'll get her at first. Teamwork on the infield for out number 2. Nice job by Redders, staying with that. Chadwick made a diving attempt. And now bases clear, 2 gone for Jesse Taylor. Taylor's been great. 2 for 2. 2 RBIs, a homer, a walk. She's been on all 3 times she stepped into the box. But all she can do is, at best, just get the Phinz within 2. This is ideal for the Skeeters. 0-2. Two. Taylor to center field. Jesse Taylor has done it again. Second homer in this game. 9th RBI in this series. And the Phinz are indeed within 2 runs in the 7th. How about a 3 for 3 day with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs for Jesse Taylor? But that's why those first 2 outs were so huge. And like I said, going into that at-bat, all it does is just get the Phinz within 2. Tying run is still on deck, but here's Mariah Sanchez, who's 2 for 3 with an RBI. Strike 1. Phinz looking for a bottom of the 7th miracle with 2 outs. Skeeters just need 1 more out to set up a decisive game 3 tomorrow. 0-2. Sanchez stays alive. You knew the Phinz weren't going down easy. Got her! Grace Rourke slams the door, and the Skeeters take game 2, 6-4, to set up a rubber match tomorrow against the Phinz. What a job by Grace Rourke in relief. And at the plate, it was Tegan Riley with her 4 RBIs that made the difference. As the Skeeters go to 3-10 on the summer, the Phinz drop to 4-10. They will play again tomorrow in our first game of the day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time to decide the series. That'll wrap it up from here. For producer Gracie, I'm Gray Robertson. Thanks for hanging out. We got one more game coming up in about 30 minutes. Pioneers and Squeeze right here on Field 1. We'll see you then.